Hey dumplings, it's Dave Decide. Welcome back to my channel. I definitely want to get into a few things here today. They might not be very happy things, but definitely things worth talking about. The first one being something that was concerning armies for a very long time. Something we all think about a lot, and I totally understand. There has been some changes or possible changes that are happening with the Korean government. Fingers crossed, and this is of course about the military enlistment. I'm going to talk about what that is and how I feel about that. We're also going to get into RM not seeing armies anymore and feeling sad about that. We'll get into both of these T's here today. So if you are new here and you're interested in this type of stuff, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified anytime a new video drops. And if you're a hater, like to be the first to leave your hate comment, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell also so you can be the first to do so. Now let's get into it. Now military enlistment is something that I am personally quite scared of, to be honest. But no matter what, they all have to go. And even if they find some sort of loophole around this and somehow get rid of their Korean citizenship so they don't have to do it, they would of course receive huge backlash for doing that. Understandably so. Also, BTS wouldn't want to betray their country like that. I do wish that Big Hit would talk about what they would plan on doing during their military enlistment. Like if Jin does go first, is it just going to continue with the 6 members? Honestly, I'd love to know. I'm very curious. But apparently the Korean government is allegedly creating kind of this law or this bill to help this thing, which is a little exciting to find out. This new bill I think is mainly for idols. I'm not 100% sure on that. And basically the rule currently resides at 28 years old, you are supposed to enlist in the military. A little while ago it was 30 for everybody. Then it dropped to 28 in 2018. And now they're lobbying again to revisit this bill to have it at age 30 again. For idols or maybe just for BTS, I don't know. Jin is currently 27 and his birthday is approaching in December. So this is about 3 months. In which case the bill has about 3 months to get passed before Jin has to officially enlist. I do believe BTS is obviously bringing Korea a lot of money right now. And obviously they don't want to just lose that money, especially in a time of pandemic. However, I'm very concerned at the possibility of Jin enlisting at 30. Dude, I'm concerned about him going right now. There's a reason why most people enlist at age like 18. Well, college is one reason, but mostly the other reason is that they're young. They can handle the stress of being in the military and that excruciating amount of physical activity. 30 years old to be doing such crazy military activities? I mean, it's possible, of course. I just hope Jin doesn't get injured in the process. I personally do think idols should be excused. I do think they should push it back to 18. And if you're older than 18 and you pretty much have not done it yet, then you should be excused. I'm kidding, of course. BTS seems to be really happy or not really concerned and more so proud about the idea of them enlisting in the military. So there's probably nothing to really be concerned over. This is definitely something to be happy about. Something that is finally good that is happening in 2020. It is really interesting because I do believe it's the fact that BTS is so popular, which is why they are even revisiting this law. But we will see how everything plays out. It is very interesting to see what is going to happen come December. If you see that Jin has not enlisted by then it's likely the law has passed and he has another 2 years. Exciting. 2 more years of Jin Zaddy. But then also, like, do you want an extra 2 years or do you just want to enlist and get it over with? So many questions. If you go on the tweets there's definitely a few different opinions on this, and I definitely want to get into some of those. One person wrote, Big Bang, SJ, EXO, SHINee, etc. All of them either have or are planning to serve. I think it's unfair to try to change the rules for one group. If BTS is as big as everyone thinks that they are, then they should be able to make money while being inactive and in the military. I do of course believe that BTS is the whole reason why they are even revisiting this law to begin with. Otherwise, I do believe it would have been kept that way. But overall, I don't have too many opinions. This is really my opinion. I obviously don't want BTS to go, and I am glad that they are even revisiting this law and taking a closer look at it. But I can definitely see how this would be seen as unfair. If it got revised over BTS knows that wouldn't be unfair. They wouldn't want that. BTS has spoken out previously a lot on the fact that if they are called to action, they will do it and happily do it because they know what it means to serve their country. A lot of people are also hopeful. One person wrote, South Korea is considering about the postponement of BTS military service and still looking forward to revise the act for people like their continuous achievement, impact, etc. and how they help South Korea economy a lot. Hope to hear good news for them. People who are armies obviously either don't want BTS to go or want BTS to go if BTS wants to go. And then there's a lot of people who aren't armies but South Korean definitely talking about what they believe that is best for South Korea, which of course they have a right to say if they are South Korean. I would of course be sad to see BTS go, but if that's what Korea decides, then it's not my call whether I agree with it or not. I will respect any decision that BTS makes involving the military. They're such amazing people and I'm sure they're going to serve amazingly. Either way, they are representing their country and it's an amazing amazing thing. I really hope this is taken seriously and really looked in consideration to what has been done and what will be done about this. I definitely don't think this is a topic that armies need to be scared about talking about. I think it is something that we should talk about. We definitely need to follow it and understand it, really see what is happening, Korean law and all that stuff, and how it affects BTS. The worst thing that could happen is all this catches you off guard and you're like, whoa. Korean law does affect BTS even though they are currently in America. And BTS has been doing a lot of work in America. They've been doing a lot of press in America, talking about various issues and even promoting their new song Dynamite. Of course, I am very happy that they are pushing their new song Dynamite. It is bomb.com. Keep streaming it. Let's do more with Dynamite. They did this one interview where they kind of talked about how they felt about reaching the Billboard Top 100. Proud, I would say, right? I mean, I'm sure they were proud, but they definitely seem to be a little bit down. I don't know if what I'm about to say is controversial, but I am kind of happy to see that. We see celebrities on TV all the time just being happy and cheerful all the time, and most of the time they're not actually happy. And to be honest, not only does that set a really unrealistic standard of the fact that you have to be happy all the time, even times like this, but it makes you feel like if you're not happy, you're wrong. Jimin mentioned in this interview how he hopes that everyone's health is good and that everyone should come together to better ease this situation and make it better for everyone. They mentioned how they hope that Dynamite would bring some joy to people, and it definitely does. It provides a lot of encouragement and makes us feel a little bit of joy, I'd say. I want to read the entirety of Jimin's quote. I think it's very good. The quote is, of course, courtesy of Koreaboo. He said, "We are thinking of doing everything that comes into our path in the future. These are things we have to do and things we can do. In the future, we will be preparing consistently for the kind of music and stages we can do. The coronavirus situation is ongoing and isn't good, but there are many people that are working hard to help this. Even as we need much time and strength, we think everyone needs to help and combine their strength and take responsibility. I think having resolve is important. I think what we can do and should do includes becoming comfort and helping people to change up people's moods. Like what Suga mentioned earlier, we want to go to the Grammys to show people that there are these sort of singers from other countries. We also want to hurry up and have a concert." Beautifully said. I agree with everything that has been said. I, of course, also want them to hurry up and have a concert. I think they could do it, but like the stadiums would be like half empty because everyone needs to and you obviously can't squeeze that many people into the stadium. So I mean, it wouldn't be an ideal concert situation. It's definitely sad to see how everyone is so beaten up over this. I don't think I've had a situation or seen a situation where everyone collectively has just been sad. But Scary Times has never leaked into entertainment until now. Like any tragic event that you can think that's happened in the world, you'll still be able to go online and turn on the TV and enjoy some music or whatever, or see other concerts and people and just be happy like that. RM also said something that I thought was interesting that I'd like to share. He said, "Thank you to the many who are anticipating our future. The Grammys are an award show that anyone who does music will dream about. I want to go and perform an exclusive stage. Of course, it would be good if we can get nominated, and when we get better, an award too. It's a good thing to look towards the Grammys as a goal for growth. The irony is that now the performances and concerts we've always been doing have now become a dream. It makes thinking complex. I want to have a concert outside, but it has become a dream as we don't know when that will be. We want to someday invite many people and have a concert, like huge scale concert. I don't think there's anything else that feels more impossible and dreamlike at the moment. What we can only continue doing now is our best in this position, not forgetting what our jobs are and keep working hard like BTS does. Shake it up, like what we've been saying. Doing better on stage and off stage." It's really sad to hear this. Of course, he wants to see armies, and of course he cannot right now. I think, of course, all of them really enjoy doing concerts, so for that to be taken away from them is, of course, hard. And I think as an artist and as a human being, you feel energy off of another person, and you get to interact with concert goers and armies. That, of course, makes your experience much better. You, of course, feed off of that. I know BTS does like to interact with armies and all that stuff at concerts, and it's, of course, sad to see that they can't do that right now. I don't know what the future of music will look like from here on out, but I am hopeful that it will get better. I'm so sorry to end on such a sad note, but there were definitely these topics that I saw today that I just had a lot to say about. I hope you guys are doing well, and of course, please stay positive with everything that is happening. We'll get through this together. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are. Leave it down in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm featuring in this comment right here. Thank you so much for leaving comments. And as always, I do have a Patreon. If you want to go over to my Patreon, kind of check that out. Anything you contribute over on my Patreon really does help kind of give back to this channel and all that stuff. So I really do hope you go ahead and check that out. Thank you so much for doing that. You can get exclusive content over there like music video reactions, performance reactions, ship reactions, all that stuff on my Patreon. Link down in the top description down below. There's also 2 videos that will appear on the screen at the end of the video. So click on one of those. See you in the next one. Bye.